Hi, I've been asked to answer a couple questions. So the first one is, how would you define identity? And identity, I would define that as what someone would say in your obituary. So when you die, what would someone say about you?
Hi friends, it's Miss Michelle. I wanted to share with you my identity, and I believe that is who I am. Not who I believe myself to be, but who I actually am.
Okay, so how do I define identity? Identity is it's the who you are.
I would define identity as being who God has made me to be, but also who He's making me to be.
So I would define identity as how your beliefs, traits, and personality come together to define you.
So I would define identity as that which we use to validate our existence, give meaning to our existence, and perhaps like justify our existence, whether it be a label or an association to something greater than ourselves.
Identity is important because it's how we are known or want to be known.
Because it lets me live in truth. It lets me know who I should listen to, what I should value, what my goals and my desires should be.
Identity is important because it's how we give meaning to our existence, and it allows people to categorize us. We take on an identity so that people can make quick judgments of who we are, what we stand for, what we like, our behaviors, and our personality.
Our identity helps us know how to relate to ourselves and others and our community.
It's important because it's something that other people around you, whether you know them or not, it's something they take notice of when they talk to you, when they're around you, anything like that.
There's too many times I think we use symbols to identify, right? I've got this Navy hat, so I can identify as a Navy guy. Or if I sit like this, I can be identify as Beanie and Cecil with my propeller hat, or I can do this and I can identify as an angel because I have a halo back there. But really, the important thing is to identify as a child of God.
I think your identity is important because you feel like that when people look at you, that is who they think you are. Your identity is in how you live your life and how you respond to people, how you talk to people, how you respond to situations.
I think it's important because it's what people are going to say about you. And I think as Christians and as humans, we want them to think highly of us uh, and say good things about us.
Understanding identity is so important because you always carry around your identity with you in your head, whether you realize it or not, and it affects everything. It affects your attitude, it affects your decisions, it affects your emotions.
When I was a teenager, my identity was actually my art.
When I was a teenager, my identity was loser.
So I would say, in one word, my identity in high school as a teenager was Christian. Like I was the Christian kid.
Struggling.
If I had to describe my high school identity in one word, it would be musician.
Friends.
One word to describe my identity as a teenager, probably searching.